This looks awfully pretty.
Yeah.
For a 1950...
3?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well
testing
done.
me.
Well done, Percy. It's actually 58.
Oh, 58. I got the decade right.
This is Godzilla Acre. It's based on Erskine Caldwell's novel from 1933, the same name, which at the time was so controversial it was actually taken to court in New York for obscenity laws.
And how did it get on?
The author actually won. It decided by the judge that it's protected under the First Amendment.
Those Americans and their crazy first right. So what is the first right in America?
The right to shoot people in the face.
Ah. Fair enough. Oh, introducing Tina Louise.
2 first names.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
I don't like that personally. That annoys me. Really annoys me.
Does that mean you don't like Sean Bean?
I'm confused by that. I know very few beans. If you know what I mean.
I know many beans.
I bet you do. That's growing up in Romford will give you that.
True.
Right. So this is movie 4 for us.
Yeah.
This will be highly censored. I'm not allowed to use the word or in this movie. I've had quite a telling off.
Yes. We had a stern talk about
There was a stern talk about this.
And we can't use the term Ian Watkins either.
Ian Watkins as well, yes. Yeah, that fell into it a few times. For those who don't know, he is the lead singer of the fantastically awesome band Steps.
Yes.
Quite a nice little 5-piece going on. Some of them actually from Romford, I'll have you know.
Some of Steps from Romford.
I tell you what, this is an interesting little bit of information you may not know. I once done a paper round with a gentleman who was the Hot Bird's cousin. And we all know who the Hot Bird was because it wasn't the bird with the curly hair, it wasn't the Essex bird, it was the brunette that had a little bit of something else upper in her. So the mongrel from Steps was the hot one.
Who was the mongrel from Steps? The thing is, my head's just going S Club 7.
Oh,
I don't actually remember what Steps look like.
Maybe I am thinking of S Club 7.
Rachel from S Club 7 was
the mongrel, right? Okay.
And she was a right sort.
She would get it. I guess she was part Hawaiian or something. She had
Hawaiian?
Yeah, I don't know.
Cuban, maybe?
Cuban and Hawaii. They're quite close geometrically.
What for? What do you mean, what for? We've been
So,
doing
do
this
you know what this movie's about?
This movie, I don't actually know what it's about. All I know is it's quite racy. It involves mill workers in the southern United States.
Texas.
Yeah.
Fucking
And it's
Texas.
something to do with a factory.
Is that an acronym or
No, an actual factory.
an actual factory? Okay, not acronym, but you know what I was getting at. Sorry, this is 5 whiskies in, and the term shot is not something we understand.
No, but you can tell
Why don't you get us a dig machine, Paul, and get the job
by their
done?
accents that this is the deep south, the deepest of souths.
The only good thing to come out of Deep South is Tim Barry, who's a fantastic little acoustic player.
The blues, it's pretty good.
I'm not
As
one
a
for
genre?
colour, actually.
You don't like the blues?
I don't like
I think we
colour.
discussed this in our last film, Smurfs. You've got a particular prejudice against.
It's not that I've got a prejudice, it's just I don't appreciate their views on gang bumming.
Smurfette,
Smurfette,
champion of bumming.
she fucking loves it, Arthur. Right, so have we got names for these gentlemen? And is she going to be taking it? Because I really hope she was.
How can you
Also,
what?
look at that
From
see-through
the
dress.
4 fucking pixels of her face, you can see it.
Look at that see-through dress, though. That's a little bit risque for the time.
Man. Obscenity laws.
And heels.
That's just
Oh, and cleavage.
clearly doesn't care about getting that dress dirtied up. Sitting on the mine or quarry. Is that a quarry or a mine?
Did the people from the Deep South just ask for some fried chicken? Because that is ticking all sorts of boxes for me.
I'm afraid I was still in shock at her dress and the fact that she's dirtied it on the floor.
To put a beauty like you in our house, I'm gonna take my fill of looking while I can.
Really? Are you really?
How lucky you are. How am I lucky?
Because I got a wife who don't love me?
Oh,
Oh, straight into the guilt sex, eh?
there we go.
What you two lovebirds got to argue about?
Oh, wait, they're married.
Oh,
No, she hardly talks to me anymore. Too busy daydreaming about Will Thompson.
If you'd quit throwing his name up to me, maybe I'd get a chance to forget him.
Right, we need to know who Will Thompson
Right,
is,
Will
because he's
Thompson's
clearly
gonna come
the
back
he's
into
clearly
it.
the thirsty of the South States.
Yeah.
Oh.
He ain't happy about that news. Yeah, pick up that axe.
That'd be a hell of a way to start a film if just axes his wife in the head within the first 3 minutes.
Oh, we were going for different parts of the body, and I wanted to see how far she could take that axe.
In her lungs.
Yeah, lungs. That's where they breathe from, isn't it? Down there.
Talk to a woman.
Aw, it's a little piggy.
If you tell me it's about this thing,
She seemed fit to marry you.
Is that Will? Is that the dude that she's fantasising?
that is Will.
Go on. There we go. Have your sordid pig affair.
Fuck me!
Early bacon-related fidelity.
That was some damn good cleavage.
It was an impressive crevice.
This was 1958,
Yes.
60 years ago, 50 years ago,
58.
2008, 2013.
Yeah, it's
14 now.
55 years ago.
What do you reckon that cleavage is doing right now, other than maybe rotting?
If it's not rotting, I would imagine it's being used as some kind of knee warmer.
Yeah. And that makes me really sad because she's quite pretty.
Oh yeah, she's incredibly pretty. Is this?
Tartar sauce? Is he on the hunt for tartar? Tartar
Oh,
sauce.
sorry, no,
mines.
sorry, Tai Tai. Tai Tai is the name of the lead character.
Oh, okay.
Tai Tai.
Right, I was thinking
It's not
this
just
was
Tai, as in Tyrone.
Right.
It's Tai Tai.
Oh. Tyrone's genuinely a black name as well.
I know a fella called, well, I knew a fella called Tyrone.
And,
who lived in
colour?
Grays. What?
What? Really?
The chaffiest of chavs.
You're kidding me. Oh. He just got a face full of dirt trying to make him black, I see.
That's everything about race.
It's not everything.
Hey, how you boys making out? You strike anything lately?
Who suggested they were making out?
Yeah, here we go. This is the raciness of it.
Stir in the pot.
So, can we... I notice you've got a laptop here.
Right.
Can you tell me the first porn? When was that made? When was the first recorded pornographic
First
movie?
ever porno.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm going to find out. You need to talk for this bit.
Okay, so
Or at least pay attention to the film.
I'm
so
going
you
to
know
try
what's
and
going
pay attention to this movie.
Right.
We've got another man who's very unhappy throwing his hat on the floor.
Been coming here nearly a year, and you seen me digging, and you didn't know what I was digging for?
I figured you're looking for water.
Water?
I don't think I like this guy.
Oh, no, you...
The guy in the white suit is annoying me. He's obviously some kind of
Gold? In the state of Georgia?
man with money.
Yeah, gold.
Oh, they're digging for oil. Digging? Digging for oil.
on. Diggling for oil.
Diggling.
Is that a fact?
Diggle.
Gold spoons, gold plates, gold forks, and gold thunderbugs, as you wouldn't be surprised.
You seen him for a fact?
Almost.
Where?
Okay, so it's suggested
Don't know exactly. I
that
ain't finding it, but
the film El Satorio, filmed in Argentina, possibly in 1907, so over 100 years ago,
determined the very day he died.
is the early surviving pornographic film
Oh,
consisting of extreme close-ups.
interesting. That is quite...
So the plot of this film is 3 young women are bathing in a river.
Right,
This leads to them having sex with each other.
obviously, because they're in a river together.
Then the devil appears
Obviously,
and
because...
forces one of the women to perform oral sex on him. Then he has sex with the 3 women. That's the entire plot.
Forces.
Forces to perform oral sex.
None of them want...
To be fair, if you're gonna excuse anyone of performing sexual assault, it's probably the devil.
Right, so the devil can get away with bumming.
Yes.
Get away, or is expected?
If you're the devil, I'd imagine bumming is one of your lower crimes.
I suppose genocide and
Genocide and the general end of the world.
and the whole
Looks like they're made out of chalk. Why
scenario, as the snake was meant to represent.
Yeah.
The devil, I guess.
I guess getting mankind kicked out of paradise would be a pretty big crime.
Need 'em bad.
If the Bible was to be believed.
Yeah. But again, we've made Tilbury, so we've got our own small section of paradise now.
Yeah.
But I ain't talking about no cons.
In fact, the plot of El Satorio generally sounds like a Tilbury Saturday
Well, they
night.
got a secret power. They can
No, because
Just replace devil with pimp.
and river with scum hole, I guess.
Yes. Anyway, back to God's Little Acre.
Right. Okay. So they're digging for black oil.
Is that one of the
black
fucking-
gold? Sorry, which is oil, as we all know, or
That
petrol
looks
or
like
diesel.
one of the Three Stooges.
You got me convinced. Where's he at?
Well, where you expect them to be? Down by the swamp.
Yeah, that's one of the Three Stooges.
Is it?
Yeah.
You want us to call it albino? As real as the day is long.
Are they excited about seeing an albino?
Yeah. Yeah, there is an albino in this film.
Okay.
Now, don't forget.
Is
I
it the
don't know if
first
it's an
albino?
actual albino, or if it's just a character albino.
Is it the first albino in Portland? Or does Wikipedia not contain that kind of information?
I hate to break it to you at this point. This isn't actually a porn.
Oh.
How big he is, that counts.
The reason why it's obscenity is because it was released as a mainstream film that had
The wax in his ears has
racy content for the time.
Right.
Oh, white man, if I have to bust a gut.
Do we know what the racy content is?
Fix up the automobile.
Well, we're going to find out through this beautiful journey.
Oh, okay. So we're expected to watch this movie to understand what happens.
Only the bits with tits.
Right.
Or bums.
Also, a little warning / apology, really. I still have hiccups. Which is going to make recording this movie fantastic.
Would you like to pause?
I am No. I think this adds to the authenticity of the movie.
But I don't know about the listeners, but it's going to get on my tits.
This is
Listen
going
to you
to
high
get
cuts for 50 minutes.
albino, I reckon, can find most anything. Why, he might just walk right out into that field right there. Look right down through the ground and see where all that gold is buried.
Okay, so what we're ascertaining is that Tai
Right there.
is a gold farmer.
Anywhere.
Yes. No. Black gold.
What, oil?
Oil, apparently.
Hey, Dad! What the devil you doing? Ain't that where your grandpa's buried?
Nah, this is God's Little Acre. Put this cross here to mark the spot. Been here 27 years. Must be grown into the
So now we're defiling graves.
Yep. His grandfather's grave, in fact.
That
I'm
guy's
not
sweating
entirely sure.
an awful lot.
I don't know why he's just pulled up his grandfather's cross.
Day I was married, I promised this piece of land to the Holiness Church. Everything that grows here they can have. Cotton, corn, anything else.
Except for this stick, which is clearly mine.
Well, if that ground's so sacred, what'd you take the cross out for?
Because it just occurred to me, Pluto. I never had gone down a hole in God's Little Acre, not in all these years. But suppose, like you said, that albino walks out on my farm and points to that land there. Suppose the gold's buried right in that lot. Been there all the time. I'd be compelled by my conscience.
That guy's sweating an awful lot.
What, the fat one?
Yeah.
Well,
Was
I
this
thought that
before the...
explains the question.
Yeah. Was this before the age of heart disease?
Heart disease was about 1959.
Oh,
So
okay.
this was shortly before.
So he's all right for a year at least.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna move.
At least the
God's Little
calendar
Acre.
year. We don't know what part of 1958 this was
Papa,
released.
don't stand out in the open.
No, we don't.
It's a sin and a temptation.
I'll probably find out, but I don't want to.
No, it seems an awful lot of way to go just for a little bit of information, really.
Alright, so a quick recap on this. He wants to find gold, or black gold,
Black
some
gold.
type of gold, right? But he can't dig in a specific part of his land because he's promised it to the church,
Yes.
which is why it's called God's Little Acre. What he's trying to do now by moving his cross is move the plot of land that the church owns.
Yes.
So he can then dig on the part he hasn't so far dug it.
See, I don't know if they own it or if it was just bequeathed
It
to
was
them.
bequeathed to them. But I don't think it's been properly finalised which part constitutes the acre. It's
Yeah.
just a part of his land.
Either way, this is a fairly dodgy
Yeah.
thing.
Especially
Right.
from the fact that it looks like he's just given away his house by putting the cross there.
Yeah, if that house grew...
God, please forgive me. I had to move your Little Acre.
so I could ransack it.
Put myself out of temptation. If I'd found gold way up there, I'd been sorely tempted not to turn it over to you. You wouldn't want me in temptation, I know that.
Are you deliberately baiting God?
I don't mean to.
It's worked out alright for,
Well, no, I don't.
I'm just going to stop there, actually, because I'm not allowed to go into that kind of territory anymore, am I?
Honey, or anything else.
I think it's... I don't know what you're going to say, but I think it's safe to leave it
Yeah.
there. If you've arranged yourself in...
Cool and ripe and ready to eat.
Is she the hot lass
She-
from early?
I don't know, but she is a hot lass.
And does she just fit that upper?
She appears to be carrying a large melon.
If you know what I mean.
Boys, let's all go in the house and get some of that nice, cool watermelon. Come on, Pluto.
It's not...
I can't.
They
I-
ate watermelon in the South.
Right, okay.
It's not stereotypically attached to anyone.
Pluto, it ain't worth
No, no, no. It's not as if they were talking
Background.
about fried chicken earlier.
But does that just not disprove your theory? That it's only a certain background of people who eat fried chicken and watermelon?
Hey, it's not a theory. I'm just saying this movie's in black and white. I can't see anything.
Well, it's about your girl, sir.
Which one?
Until movies are in colour,
Oh, beautiful.
that theory is out the window.
Glory of the world.
What, are you suggesting that they're black people?
I'm suggesting they're not white people.
Could be blue people. Well, that could be Smurfette. This could be a live action reenactment of the Smurfs.
And I really hope it is, because those breasts are about to jump out, right? That's
Yeah,
Puppy Smurf.
I think that's a different chick.
Oh, okay.
About my girl. In Roosevelt.
Eat it.
She lives in Peachtree Valley. It's too far away to do you any good. And she's married besides to Will Thompson. Then there's Griselda.
That fat motherfucker's well getting into the watermelon.
Yeah.
Doesn't care that it's just a prop for this scene.
This is plastic. Made of Play-Doh. Did they have Play-Doh back then?
I hope so.
Oh.
Oh, he's got
oh.
a seed on his face.
Here's one filthy little fat man.
A filthy one.
Yeah. The hiccup there was added for
Comedy
relief.
gold.
Darn Jill.
So how much of this movie are we going to have to redub because of my stupid bloody hiccups?
I haven't read over any of it.
I want to marry her.
I prefer hiccups to blatant racism.
Oh. Now I know where I stand, I guess. He's looking at that man like he's a piece of meat, isn't he? He's waiting to get his balls right in that guy.
You taking a liking to it, Pluto?
Pluto?
What to God have, and that's a
Is that his name?
I hope so.
Tai and Pluto? It sounds like a fucking Disney movie.
Explains his size.
What's that?
What, you think he later became the actual heavenly body of Pluto?
I mean, did they know it exists back then?
I don't think no.
No, then now they do. Is this the
He
first?
became Pluto.
Is this the first recorded
Why, I'm tickled.
mention
to hear that.
of Pluto?
I'm going to say yes.
Then you've got your answer.
Right.
This man eventually became the planet that then became not a planet, right? Is that is
Yep, they've declassified it.
declassified him? Bless him.
It's now just an orbiting body.
Which is
If you notice that
fantastic.
the other actors in this film are slowly sliding across
Yeah.
the screen, it's because of his gravitational
Yeah,
pull.
you will notice he is constantly in the centre of the camera. There we go. Look, even again,
Darn Jill,
he's
I-
definitely more in the centre than the other guy,
That's only natural.
who is Tai Tai.
Tai-Tai.
Well, Sid, woman's got
With
teeth
fantastic
themselves
hair.
on the bed.
His hair looks woven to his
Like that,
head.
do it now,
Yeah.
I have to get married.
Which for a field hand,
It's up to
Yeah.
you
Is
to satisfy
quite
and
interesting,
make
right?
But it's not. It doesn't even look makeup. It looks like it's
Everybody but
natural.
Well,
That's
like
how he
his,
wakes up.
it's like his head's made of mahogany, and someone's carved his hair into it.
So he's some kind of conquer-esque.
Darling, you won't go
Sexy
back
man.
to your
Yes.
Pluto's truck in some ditch.
Oh,
It's 12 hours to that swamp and back. What I'd like to do is get that albino.
Did you believe the rumour when you were a kid that if you ate watermelon seeds, then a watermelon would grow inside you?
I still believe that.
You still believe
That's
it?
why I won't touch watermelon.
too many people
'Cause that
in
fat
the world
cunt's
just
gone
wanna
well
sit
through
on
'em.
their butts and wait
That's his
for their
second
coffee.
watermelon,
Well, not me,
and
not
he's
myself.
not he's not leaving out the skin either.
I bet he just shits
In
fruit,
the car, sure.
whole fruit.
I wouldn't want to be around to find out.
I want to ask you a favor.
Well, I can't do no favors without my car.
Don Jill's gonna bring your car back, you know that. And when she does, I want you to drive her to Peachtree Valley.
What about me?
Go on, eat that watermelon. Oh,
Oh, that
Look at that.
cleavage. Fucking hell.
I don't want to hang
I haven't
around
seen
here
cleavage
while
like
I
that since
wait
Thirsty
for
bent
something
over
to
yesterday morning.
And that was ass cleavage.
You stay here.
I'll go if I please to go.
Yeah, damn right. She's a free, independent woman.
Yeah. No scrubs and all that shit. Oh,
If you like it, put a ring on it.
yeah.
Oh, I think you did actually.
Oh, Daddy's not impressed with that.
So is that his daughter?
I think so.
I want you to stay here, Griselda, and cook us a mess of food and wait for us to come back. You tell Don Jill to go to Peachtree Valley and
See, in the
get those
50s, they were
women
such a
and Will and
backwards
come back
people.
to the farm where she was born.
That's all she's good for. Is making watermelon. And then making more food.
I don't know how making watermelon feels into it. She effectively just cut it in half.
Okay, but Grandpa's golden.
What we didn't see off screen before she brought out the knife was she actually produced the watermelon.
Oh. Do you think she seeded it?
Formed it from mass.
Do you think she seeded it?
I reckon
And
she
the
had
other
to-
guys had to kind of
I'm not going to.
impregnate the watermelon.
She
I'm
seeded
not
it.
promising anything.
Now, Buck, why don't you use your charm and ask her nicely?
So the asshole's called Buck. I don't know what his wife's called.
Ask her. It won't hurt you.
We've got Buck, Tai, and Pluto.
Asking you to
Right.
stay, Griselda.
Griselda.
Asking me on
Well,
him.
This is a fucking Disney movie.
I thought Hilda, but Griselda will do just as well.
Let him say it.
I'm asking you, Griselda.
Griselda, you were right.
All right. I'll stay.
Let's go, Paul.
Paul?
Pa, I reckon.
Oh, Pa. Sorry, I forget that Americans don't call him Dad.
Fucking retards.
You get a moment's equality with your husband, and then your dad lays into you. Right, to be fair, I'm not seeing much racy about this film.
Well, there was a lot of cleavage so far.
There was a beautiful set of cleavage, and I don't mean that in a misogynistic way. It was a beautiful thing to behold.
It was.
It was you know.
Quite possibly the best 1958 cleavage I've ever seen. Oh, those legs.
Well, calves.
Calves.
Hello, darling.
What's Pluto up to? Unless she's having a bath in the car.
Hey, you big horse!
Oh no, their bath's outside.
Yes, darling Jill. I'm coming, darling Jill.
This is going to be a fantastic prick tease.
Now, close your eyes.
Well, what do I have to do that for, darling Jill?
'Cause I say so, you big horse head.
Horsehead.
I don't know if that's
I
an
don't-
offensive terminology
he's
back then.
visibly sweating.
Now,
Now.
come straight ahead.
Also,
Oh, you're such a prick tease.
she really reminds me of the lass from
Straight ahead.
the film with the aliens in the school,
Holes around here?
Now, I'm watching.
with the
Don't
Offspring
worry
doing the soundtrack.
Okay, come on. Come on.
Aliens in a school.
Yeah, aliens in the school with the blonde Texan bird
Stop.
as the
Now,
antagonist, I guess.
No idea.
The Faculty.
You big horse head.
Never seen it.
You've never seen The Faculty. Faculty, a fantastic movie.
Okay, now come on. Straight ahead.
Why is this scene still going on?
Look a little bit.
No.
It's
keep your
just
eyes
basically
closed and come on.
look at the fat bloke
Off the door.
Getting all excited.
hoping to get a snatch of the naked, attractive girl in a bath,
Ah,
Right.
who's clearly loving the fact
Come straight ahead.
that he's doing whatever she says.
yeah. See, I was really hoping you'd go for a snatch of the snatch.
Yeah, that's the
Grab it.
I did consider that when I
Yeah.
said it, but
Oh.
let's carry on going.
Oh,
I
she
see,
is
yeah, I
fucking
see.
loving that.
I see what they mean by racy now. While he pumps his handle,
She's getting it
and
all
she
over her
gets
face.
moist, covering her naked breasts.
Oh,
Oh, you
sneaky
dirty
Pete.
bastard! Oh, both ways. Doesn't give a fuck now. But this is kind of carry-on levels of race.
It really is. I'm expecting someone to giggle humorously.
Oh, darn, my socks. They're thrilling words. Next time you darn your socks before you come courting me. Oh, you're missing it. Oh, yeah.
She's
The ultimate prop.
slightly leading on kind of person.
Yeah, if you saw that in a nightclub, I wouldn't dismiss you for taking it home in
Yeah.
that state.
Yeah. But it's the issue that it's the juxtaposition of being clearly the fat comedy character
Yes.
who's got no chance of her, and she was naked, knowing she's naked, and using that to basically
Humiliating.
yeah. And I'm all for strong female characters.
I'm all for
in
humiliating.
the book that I wrote
Yeah.
that everyone should go and buy.
What's it called?
No. It has a strong lead character. Lead character is female, but at no point does she deem it to necessary to strip down in a bath and prick tease anyone else in his vicinity.
See, we've known each other a fair time now. Me and you.
A couple of hours at
A
least.
couple of hours at least. I've never read your book. I have bought it.
Yeah.
I have honestly just not got around to reading your book. And now that you've told me that the lead character is female,
You're definitely going to read
I'm
it.
probably not going to get round to reading it.
No.
No. So, I think you should kind of take that into consideration for your next book.
She's 16.
He's anywhere around you, sure.
Okay, I'm willing to give it a try. Are there many shower scenes?
You'll have to read it and find out.
I don't know if that's enough, Paul, for me, personally.
Is that enough, Paul, for you?
Oh, he should definitely be pulling one of them sides down.
Oh. Something has happened.
I'm guessing this is the mum? Oh.
So there were two different girls.
Jill, I wasn't expecting you.
Okay, so that's... I'm guessing that's Griselda?
Is that Griselda with Pluto and nondescript blonde bird? Oh, Jill.
Thought I was gonna
Jill the prick tease.
Jill the prick tease.
Griselda the prick tease.
The
must have been out of my head a little.
Feminist prick tease.
put down upon woman. She's
Yes.
not a prick tease. She just does a good rack.
She was just dancing around.
No,
with
she
a
was
see-through
she was sticking
dress.
up for herself and telling her husband to go fuck herself.
Yeah.
That's a strong female character. The other one's just a prick tease.
You too.
And he's just... he's one of the Three Stooges who later becomes a planet. Apparently.
He's also getting very aroused at the fact that she's crying.
That's a fact.
Shut up and sit down.
Well, so are you.
Now,
Yeah.
tell me what
I mean, that's basically what I want out of life.
Big horse head. Now, where's Will?
Well, he's been drunk all week.
All weekend.
All
Good-
weekend,
good
that's
effort.
quite impressive.
I wouldn't mind that so much.
Oh, yeah,
I
so
sober up fairly
Just that he won't
quickly,
stay home with me no more.
personally.
don't lose your hiccups fairly quickly, do you?
I don't lose my hiccups fairly quickly. There's one thing that I do is retain hiccup.
It's the mill. It's been closed down now for 6 months. He's got nothing in the world to do.
Well, ain't it ever going to open again?
So a little bit of backstory about the movie. There's a mill that's down for 6 months now at least.
This whole town is bankrupt.
And
We ought to all
town is
pack
bankrupt,
up and
which
move
is
away right now. All of
lost on me so far. I wouldn't have guessed that.
But the entire town's back.
The entire town, but so far of the town all we've seen is Pluto. And two birds, both
I've
of
seen
which
a-
are quite racy. Raunchy.
Only you don't know how.
No, racy is what the right word.
The bath scene was quite racy.
Come home and help him dig. He's got a sure way to find Grandpa's gold this time.
There was definitely like a metaphor in play.
Is it
with
just
the dude
me? Or
pumping the handle?
I kind of want to see her feet a little bit more. How do you feel about that?
Feet.
If
Not
they
really
want you,
into
they
feet.
You're not a feet man?
No.
Now,
What about a little bit of side boob?
I can't Paul quit
If that
thinking
top was to
I
fall
don't
down
know
just a
anyone,
little bit.
male or female,
Try to
who
raise
dislikes
corn or
side boob.
cotton or peanuts like
Yeah.
It's a quite side boob is the kind of boob that you're not meant to see.
well, I don't know about that, but Paul wants you and Will to come home.
My mum's got a fairly decent side boob.
Is she?
Yeah.
Will won't dig on no farm. He's not a
Your
farm
mum?
Have you
boy.
regularly observed your mother's side boob?
As regularly as one man can.
Besides, I
I imagine men can
don't know
regularly-
tonight.
Very regularly.
Okay.
Just sat here
So
and-
how
View
often
side
do you
boob.
get to see yours?
My mum's side boob?
Yeah.
Not often.
Is that because you don't live at home?
I haven't lived at home for a while enough, so.
Not quite
But she's
so
generally a woman
fine,
who.
though, that.
Conceals her
I
side
would
boob.
you on the bed with Rose.
Yeah, I get that from your mum
You'd
actually.
make yourself
Yeah.
a pallet on the floor.
Oh.
That's pretty difficult to hide when you're viewing people's side boob, considering you're hiccuping.
Yes. I generally guess when I am on the verge of hunting side boob, I make sure that hiccups aren't evident. But apparently I don't do that when I'm recording movies.
Okay, so is this?
That's not Pluto.
This is no.
Is
this
that the
is
husband?
this is Will.
Who's drunk yet again.
Darling Jill, you here?
Not slightly drunk either. He's blotto.
He's fucked.
Well,
And he wants a fucking threesome, doesn't he?
Plump as a peach on a branch, ripe and ready to pluck.
Will, don't take on that way. We got company.
Pluto, how you doing, man? You looking bigger and better than ever?
How you doing, Mr. Thompson?
That's a 1950s word going. You're looking well, you fat cunt.
Well, it ain't.
We need to employ that from now on.
What? You're looking bigger and better than ever.
Yeah. Which you shouldn't use at me, to be honest.
Well, you're losing weight. Generally, if you're in a club and you see an attractive person, going and saying you're looking bigger and better than ever is a pretty good opener.
Genuinely, though,
Where you going?
attractive people aren't fat.
Trying to
I would
slip
argue
away,
against that.
were you?
Name me
Ain't that
7.
sneaky thing to
7
do?
fat attractive people.
Yes.
Come back here
Um,
and keep me company.
Johnny Vegas,
Okay,
Dawn
yeah.
French.
Okay, yeah, I'd fuck her. I'd fuck her fucking hard as well. I reckon she'd laugh as well.
She's still married.
If anyone's going to be filth in a good way, it's Dawn French.
Dawn
Yeah.
French.
First pair of high
You
heel
tease.
And I reckon you get in with her, you probably get her mate Saunders.
Go to sleep.
No, Saunders is married to fucking Vivian from The Young Ones.
I thought it was Lenny Henry.
No, that's Dawn French.
Oh, okay.
Used to be married, and now they're now
Ah,
divorced.
So she's had one of them.
What, you mean a popular, famous, successful comedian?
I meant comedian, yeah, obviously.
She wanted me to go root and
Which would mean that I probably wouldn't be able to make her laugh.
I wouldn't do it. I'm a town
Which is
boy.
my only real
Be
talent.
where I can hear
When I
facts
unzip my
3
pants.
times a day.
They see what I've got on
Crowds of
offer
girls
and
running out of
the
company
giggles.
gate,
And my soul dies a little bit.
screaming,
A little bit more each day.
raising Cain, faces like flowers.
I didn't even know you had a soul.
You've got to realize
I traded it
You
for
traded it.
hiccups, apparently.
It's never going to open again. And Griselda's married.
Griselda's
Griselda.
married.
So this isn't Griselda.
This isn't
This is
Griselda.
some other random.
Come
Who
on.
was crying?
Yeah, just randomly crying. But I think that is.
That's obviously her bloke.
What's done is done. Now go to sleep.
I can't sleep.
Well, you can rest. Turn out the light so it won't hurt your eyes.
Yeah, light often hurts my eyes. That did nothing.
That was.
Oh, there we go.
I see.
Okay, I take it back.
So they had lamps and lights in
Yeah,
58. See, I thought these were modern inventions. Because I didn't have lamps when I was growing up.
But you were just poor.
We were real poor. We lived in fucking Canning Town, which is like the epitome of poor.
Did you live in Canning Town?
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know that.
That's why I'm so urban.
Urban.
Yeah.
I would call you a lot of things. I wouldn't call you urban.
Would prick be high among those things?
That's top 3.
Hi,
Has he just climbed out the window?
Yeah.
He was like, fuck this noise, I'm going back out.
Hey, turn the fucking lights off.
Just for a visit.